Hey guys, welcome back to the Film Fan Club. Sam Carrico here. War for the Planet of the Apes has been out for about a week now, so this is our spoiler review for the film. You've been warned. This movie, of course, comes off of two amazing films, Rise of the Planet of the Apes and then Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. I think my personal favorite was Dawn of the two, and now I think my personal favorite is still Dawn of the three, and I'll explain in a little bit. War for the Planet of the Apes is kind of a misleading title. It really should be called Covert Operation of the Planet of the Apes, because it's not really a war film, and when we do get battles in this film, it's not really, man, we do get battles. I mean, we get an awesome invasion sequence, or like a raid upon the apes' lair. And the film opens up on an attack on an ape base, but really the film just like is about Caesar, Maurice, and I believe another ape going along and trying to take down Woody Harrelson's Colonel character. And it's really, like I said, a covert operation featuring our ape characters that we've known from the previous two films. In this film, Caesar is he's the leader. I mean, this is our spoiler review, so you guys know he's the leader of the apes. He's kind of reached the end of his character arc. His family gets killed. I thought that was a really daring move. I think in Taken 3, I didn't see the third Taken movie, but I saw in some of the trailers, this is spoilers for Taken, I guess, they killed off Liam Neeson's wife character that he spent two movies trying to get back, and then I thought that was a really bold move, just like I think it's a really bold move here to kill off Caesar's family, at least his wife and his firstborn son, I believe, so he's still got his second son, Cornelius, which is the throwback to the original movies, I believe. But yeah, it was just a really daring move to kill off his family just to motivate him to go want to take down this Woody Harrelson guy. And also I thought it was really convenient that because he's set up as like a god Moses of all these apes, and it's like, well, what are all the other apes going to do? Well, they're just going to go, they found this place that they're just going to go away to while you go do your covert operation. But then it comes back because I think a lot of his apes got, put in the prison camps, and it's just, we spend a lot of time in this film in a prison camp, and that is, it's interesting. It really builds on Caesar's character. It builds on how he cares so much for his people that he wants to make sure that they survive. He doesn't care so much about himself surviving. He just cares about the survival of his people because they didn't do anything wrong. He's just trying to lead them to a better world. And but again, like The Dark Knight Rises, they just spend a lot of time in prison in this film, a lot of time in torture, and I feel like they're just trying to run in the clock a little bit with some of this stuff, which is why, again, one of the few reasons why this film isn't as good, I think, as Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and also in the sense that this film isn't a war film. But some of the good stuff that I really liked about this film is the Woody Harrelson character. I think is a much more multi-layered character than Koba was in Dawn, or some of the characters in even the villain characters in Rise of the Planet of the Apes were. I think the backstory, because at first I think he's just going to be a one-shot type of one note rather type of villain character who just wants to kill apes because he's human and they're apes. But we get the sense of how this disease that we first get introduced to in Rise has evolved, and now it's kind of taking the humanity of, or like the ability to speak, just reverting people back to their primal instincts is what this disease is now doing. And he's just he even has gone as far as killing his own offspring, his own son, to ensure the survival of the healthy people, so that way the human race isn't destroyed that way. And then by the time we get to the end of the film, when he has gotten it, he's gotten the disease, and we know that the girl, I mean, she still seems like a fine person. She still seems like a capable person. She might be in the early stages of the disease, but the girl that we meet the actress did a fine job portraying her as well. I mean, she had to play a mute character, which is difficult in its own way, but she did it well. But we understand that. I mean, there is survival past this disease, it does seem like, through the girl character, but it really, Woody Harrelson is not about that, and he's true to his character at the end. I really thought they were going to be like, is he gonna have Caesar not want to kill him? Is Caesar gonna pull up the gun and he's gonna be like, please, is he gonna motion for him not to kill him? But no, they were, because that would be very cowardly on his part, because then he killed his own son for that reason. If he didn't want to die now, that would be the ultimate, despicable kind of thing to do. But no, the Woody Harrelson character was true to the end. I really liked that about him. Really, I think the villain, Woody Harrelson, brought a lot more to this film than I really thought he would. He did a fantastic job, I think, in this role. Another person, obviously, Andy Serkis did a great job. I mean, the digital effects on this Caesar character in this type of role, in this type of film, just keeps getting better and better and better. It was awesome in Rise of the Planet of the Apes. It was mastered in Dawn. Here it just looks, they basically look like apes. There's shots, wide shots, where you see lots of them, or several of them kind of from a medium shot, or where some of them do look a little bit video game-ish, PS4 video game-ish, which isn't bad, but really on the close-up shots of Caesar, where it's just him interacting with another person, Maurice, that ape looks 100% real. Maurice, that character looks awesome and perfect the entire time. They just completely mastered getting you into this world, and you're in the world. You really, like, whenever I watch the film, I'm not checking my watch, I'm not thinking about other things, I'm not thinking about Game of Thrones, which I just did a video for, so you're going to make sure you want to subscribe for that, but I'm not thinking about it when I'm in this film, because they do such a good job of immersing you in the world, and the visual effects, the performance of the characters, and then the writing also plays a good part of that. But the writing does seem a little bit kind of like easy and very convenient is the word that comes to mind. Not at first, but it did eventually come to my mind, because in the film's finale, it's got to be a war film, so they have to have a battle. So what do? They're like, oh well, Woody Harrelson doesn't agree with the other military leaders, so they're coming to take him down, and then we get this giant battle. And really, it's not. Again, it's just a covert operation for the apes, because they're just trying to get out alive, and it takes away some of the. I would have liked it. It wasn't a full-on just, armada, or not an armada because that's ships, but a full-on army of apes going against an army of humans, like we kind of felt like we were promised in the last film. We don't quite get that here, but we do get a really good, covert operation for the Planet of the Apes film. We get good progression on the character of Caesar, and we also get a really good villain, a very good multi-layered villain, I think, in Woody Harrelson's character. So there's a lot to be enjoyed here, but there's a lot of kind of moments where I think that the writing, I mean, we spend too much time in the prison. The second act does kind of, even though I wasn't really checking my watch so much, I would have liked it if they would have, just made it a little bit more interesting whenever they were in the prison aspect, or either that or spent a little bit less time on Caesar in prison, shortened it a little bit, tightened it up, just tightened up the runtime just a little bit there. And also with the final battle at the end, it really seemed like it was very convenient that an avalanche just took out all the remaining humans, because it seemed like there was this giant. They threw that all together because we gotta have this giant final battle, but we didn't set it up that way where we could do it with army of apes versus army of humans. So let's just have humans versus humans. And they're like, oh crap! Well, this is a Planet of the Apes film, so there can't be a bunch of humans that survive. So what are we gonna do to get rid of all these humans? They just have a giant avalanche fall through, and it was very convenient, and just very convenient also that the apes did. I mean, I understand that they climbed up in the trees, but that was a lot to withstand. Even the women and children apes, that was a lot to withstand. Overall, this film is a step down, just ever so slightly, from the last film, which I think was a fantastic movie. This film is not a fantastic movie; it's instead a good movie, and probably partially is my expectations, where I was expecting an amazing movie, a fantastic movie, and because I got a good movie instead, that's probably why I'm going to give War for the Planet of the Apes 7 out of 10. Well, thanks so much for checking this video out, guys. If you liked it, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel for more content like this. We just did a review of Game of Thrones, Spider-Man Homecoming. We're going to be talking about Baby Driver soon, so you're going to make sure you want to subscribe to this YouTube channel and not miss a thing. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram as well while you're at it, at Samuel D. Carrico, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks again.